Are you looking to touch on the juicy field ones today? Because that one's got
me.
Yes,
please. That is a deep rabbit hole, and I am engaged AF.
So you tell us what this is about, and then I have a question.
Yes. So here's the I'm going to try and summarize it as much as I can, right? There's this company called Juicy Fields, or used to be a company called Juicy Fields. They were very heavy in marketing, right? They said their tagline was invest in cannabis. It's profitable, which, by the way, has proven to be not quite true just yet. And they were promising returns of 66% in 3 months, ensuring you would get 66% returns in 3 months. What they did was what they called crowd growing, right? So basically you would buy a plant at a licensed grow facility in Portugal. They would sell it and they would pay you back. But, there were a lot of red flags there, from them showing up in golden Lamborghinis, to them spending most of their money on marketing, to them not disclosing their financials, to where they were, where the company was eradicated. Everything was just a bunch of red flags. And it seemed like a Ponzi scheme, right? They were financing the payouts of the old members with new members, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? A few months ago, it just went down. It disappeared, leaving a lot of people hanging, a lot of big losses and everything. And now what we're seeing is there's an attorney for 800 plaintiffs, and they're going after Facebook, Forbes, Google, YouTube, a bunch of different platforms for allowing this company to promote this Ponzi scheme of theirs, right? Even CNN, right? So there's about 125,000 investor accounts on the platform. They said.
This is where my question comes, Javi. This is where my question comes. Is it really up to Facebook, to CNN, to YouTube? Now, I'm not saying that they're in the right. I'm not saying that they're in the wrong. I'm saying, is it really up to them to vet the quality of the investment platform in an advertising situation? Do you know what I mean?
100%. If they won't allow us to promote an educational post that Benzinga does on cannabis or a conference or whatever,
I'm just saying legally.
So, for instance, I don't know, but at least ethically, right? I have an example, right? They came to El Planteo to offer to advertise, and we said no way. And then they bought Google Ads, and we wrote to Google Ads saying we don't want this advertisement on our website because we don't think it's legit. So yeah, you are. I do think that you, as a platform, are responsible for the kind of advertisers you bring home. You go to Benzinga, you don't have any advertiser, right? We vet people. Like we know who we're taking money from, right? It's not that you just go to anyone and go like, yeah, just give us your money. We don't care.
Okay, interesting.
What do you think? I want your take though.
Well, as somebody who has made a living on the B2B side of things, I do find regulations in the US specifically lax in terms of vetting of advertisements, unless it has to do with the public markets. And the companies are, obviously you can't be fraudulent, which Juicy Fields, fraudulent, right? Juicy Fields, I can see being taken to court.
Yeah. I mean, this is the closest thing that they could have gotten to being public. They were taking investments, just like a Reggae Plus offering or any sort of crowdfunding. They were taking money from people, right? And Google has very clear guidelines on your money, your life kind of content, right? So if organic content needs to adhere to these guidelines, so should advertising. That is just my opinion, right? I'm not a legal expert here, but if you ask me, hey, should they be held, maybe not liable, but at least accountable, right? Someone should go to them and go like, okay, you should reassess.
I like what you just said. I love what you just said, Javi. Maybe not responsible, but they are accountable. That, sir, well said.